So if you're only booking 3 sales calls per month on your coaching offer, you're simply not going to make it. And I know that's harsh, but listen up. I literally just got off the phone with someone who was stuck in the exact same position, only getting a handful of conversations, inconsistent revenue, and overall just coming across way too desperate in his follow-up and sales process. Now, quick context on me. My name is Brian Valverde. I've helped start and scale offers from scratch. And over the last year, I've taken clients from practically 0 subscribers to their first $10,000 months in 30 to 90 days. More importantly though, I've helped them actually achieve the freedom that they're looking for from selling an offer online. The freedom to travel wherever they want, do whatever they want, whenever they want. Here's the thing, this person that you're about to watch is not a coach. He's in a completely different industry, but all the principles that I walk him through apply directly to you if you're an online coach struggling with inconsistent leads. Because the problem isn't your niche or your offer, and it's definitely not that you need to be spending more money on ads. The problem is volume, positioning, and how you're actually showing up in your sales process. And I'm going to break down all of those in this video with my call with Jaden. And look, I'm just being honest with you here. Even though Jaden is in a completely different industry, I still thought it would be valuable to share this because watching the recording back, I noticed that all the mistakes he's making, you're probably making too. So pay attention because by the end of the video, you should know exactly why you're stuck at just 3 sales calls per month and how to actually 10x that number using an organic system. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, pretty much. So Jaden, tell me, how many conversations have you actually had with real prospects in like the last 30 days?
Yeah, so last 30 days, I've probably been on around like 3 calls with like only like 2. One of them I actually did close. It was only for 350 up front, and I literally only offered a receptionist. And then I realized like, okay, I only offered the receptionist. There was no real system to it. And so I actually encourage them to get on another call with me because I now have like an actual framework. But they're actually like airing me even though they paid me and the thing's working. I don't know. But then actually one of them I'm actually working with right now, and I have a call later. He's a real estate guy, and I'm working on a system for him. So yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So I saw that you do have like 2 offers right now. Both kind of like half built, like you explained to me. Like you just pitch them like this one thing, but don't really know like what else to offer and whatnot. So like right off the bat, I can see that your problem isn't like really, it's not really like building it or anything like that. It's you need to get in front of like more prospects and
No, definitely
learn about what they actually want, right? Because everything else is guessing, like you said. So
yeah. And I've been
yes.
working on that. Like I know a recent call I had with the guy that does real estate, like I really, from my like call with the guy that I sold him on the 350, I was like, okay, that call wasn't really that crazy. I just made like a tool for him. I didn't actually like dig into his problem. So that next call, I really like built a framework, and I like seriously like dug into like his actual issues, his numbers, all that. And it seems a lot better. I know right now I do just want to like, I just want to get on more calls so I can just keep like practicing that. Also, one thing I'm kind of struggling with is like the way I like follow up with these prospects, like after the calls and stuff. I think I'm like doing too much. And I saw a video of Ken saying like, you know, like you have like this thing about you where it's like they can like sense that you're like looking for the close or like whatever. So I think I'm probably in that mindset, and I do need to like get out of it. That's like I'm working on that.
Yeah, 100%. Because the one thing you got to remember is like they need your help, right? One way or another, you're getting in front of their faces because they actually have a problem, and you do know how to solve it. So that is really, really important there. Now, between, I think you mentioned healthcare and real estate, right? Between those 2, which one do you actually want to work in?
Yeah, I want to focus on real estate. This healthcare stuff is way too slow, especially doctors are really just tedious. I don't know if the margins are really there, mainly because of the way that offering it at the moment. And also we're restricted by HIPAA, not really HIPAA. We've kind of been over that already, but more so the technical like limitations they have. Like they don't even have API, and we've kind of like done some crazy workarounds to like kind of just be a partner for them in the future, but I need like something now. So I'm not going to wait for that.
Yeah, no, I think you are much better off dealing with real estate because it sounds like you're interested in that, right? Is that like you're passionate about that?
Yeah, so like not even really. I never done real estate at all, but I mean, real estate seems like something that's like super good to get into, you know. It's like money just knows money. It's all just money. And then also there's no limitations in it. So I can really like put my skills to use with what I know. for building out these systems, because like with like the doctors and stuff, you're kind of limited to like HIPAA and like having to like work around that. So
Yeah.
rather than do that, I can just provide what I actually know is like the best solution.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Go where you have more expertise and
Mhm.
where they're gonna need more infrastructure, right? If you're gonna deal with healthcare, like they already have systems set up, and then you're gonna have to work around all that stuff. But most real estate people, depending on who you're talking to, they don't have these systems set up. So more about that. Who exactly? Let's dive into like real estate. Who exactly are you selling to? Is it individual agents or small brokerages? Tell me more about that.
So that's like one thing I'm also trying to figure out. Like I'm actually super early in this venture. Like I just started it about a week ago with this guy. But I'm pretty sure he's like a free, like his own agent, I'm pretty sure. I think he kind of just connects sellers with buyers. I'm actually not too sure. I kind of in the next call that I'm gonna have today, I want to understand that from him.
Yeah.
But yeah, because he doesn't really have a system at all for anything for managing his leads as well as actually getting them. He's just paying Zillow. So
Mhm.
there's like a big disconnect that I can solve right there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So he's just like a individual agent. Is that right?
Yeah, basically. And I think he was telling me like a lot of people that he knows would probably be interested in what like I'm working on. So I think
Mhm.
like this could be like good potential to target this. Like, free
Yeah,
agents are paying, they don't have a system, and just like
yeah.
kind of just rinse and repeat like with all of them.
Yeah, 100%. I think you should forget about the healthcare stuff and go
Mhm.
all in on this one guy in this one niche
Yeah.
and this one specific avatar that you have, which is real estate individual agent doing everything on his own,
Mhm.
no infrastructure, overworked. And yeah, that way you get work focus on getting him like results. I would say like since you're just getting started into this, like worry about the money less, worry more
No,
about
definitely.
over delivering for this guy. That way, like you said, you're gonna get that testimonial, that result, and he can introduce you to more people, so you can stop like all the cold calling shit. Because
Yeah,
honestly,
exactly.
that's a pain in the ass. So a warm network is so much better.
Yeah, I know, and like, no, like that's the thing I want to do. Like, I only want to provide value, and it seems like right when I'm about to, it's always something with like either communication or just like getting a hold of them or like, actually being able to provide the value. It's like it feels like it's like right there, but I'm
Mhm.
not actually able to fully deliver. Like this guy, he just seems to be like super busy, but I don't know if it's probably like maybe it's me the way I'm like communicating and like setting up like things after calls. Like I'm wondering if there's like better ways to go about that. Like I'm sure there is, I just don't know yet.
Yeah. So I mean, walk me through like a clear example
Mhm.
of that.
Yeah, so okay.
How did your
I
last
got
call talk?
So the call was actually really good, but I
Mhm.
never did something like it before, so I was a bit nervous, but it actually went really good. The guy is super chill. I've met him before, so it's like a super warm connection already. And I got everything I needed from him, and he thought that like kind of getting a prototype out would take like a week, but I
Mhm.
like pretty much locked in the whole day and got everything done that I needed. And then I think he was kind of just surprised with how fast it was done.
Awesome.
And so like I kind of like texted him back. I think I bombarded him with like too much. Like I was like kind of showing everything, like,
Mm,
yo, this and that. Here's this. Pretty much the next steps are this and that. But also I know today he just told me, yeah, he was like really busy. So, but I know I can probably go about it a little bit better. And I'm thinking the
yeah.
best ways to go about it is just getting on another call because it's way easier to just again have my own framework of what I know I need to collect and then just kind of like just get it the same way. Just ask those
Uh,
questions, like all the things.
100%. And let me tell you what you did right. You over delivered, which was great. Tell him like, yeah, it's gonna be done in 5 days, 7 days, whatever.
Mhm.
Can deliver it in 48 hours. That was good.
Mhm.
Where you kind of messed up one was just like bombarding him too much, probably like with text messages and whatnot. So let's say you get another client, right? What you want to do is the same thing, over deliver in that 48-hour period. Also, this guy was warmer, so I would always do this too, is properly onboard them. So like after you close them on the call, send over a sheet, a simple Google form
Oh, I
sheet.
actually did do that. Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
awesome, awesome. Okay, good, good, good.
Yeah.
And then, so instead of bombarding them with a bunch of messages of like, here, this is what I did, this is what I just built, blah, 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 send over a Loom video. You know what a Loom is?
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
send over a Loom video and just talk about like make it like 30, like honestly like 30 to 60 seconds, a
Yeah.
minute and a half max, but just talk about like not the details, not all the technical stuff because they don't really care about that. Talk about what this is going to do for him, how far along you are, and then next steps like after that. Feel me?
Okay. And I know for this thing, so we're actually kind of like, or from his words, he's saying what I'm will be building for him is a little bit new, especially so I'm in Hawaii right now, and
Mhm.
basically what I'm making for him is not just like a lead capture system.
Mhm.
It's also like so it's like giving them a free estimate, but like there's a lot of things that do free estimates, but they're just not accurate to like Hawaii because it's like it's based on things that's not like equity and just like standard. It's like kind of market trends and like these data and stuff. And so
Yeah.
like we're kind of like building out this thing that I need his expertise on. And so I
Mhm.
think that's possibly where I like kind of bombarded him, like, yeah, kind of just need this for you so I can
Mhm.
like move forward. Cause I'm so urgent right now. I think I
Yeah.
kind of like pushed that onto him. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, try to do most of your communication, like short communication with like voice messages and stuff, but like
Mm.
finding out everything that you need to know, like hop on a call. Like
Oh,
have that
okay.
first call and then be like on that same call, schedule the next one. So like, hey man, let's pull up our calendars right now. What would be a good time to schedule up a follow-up call? How does this day work for you? And it's like 5 days later or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, but always
Okay.
try to schedule the next one.
On
Let
that
them,
call.
yeah,
Oh,
get
okay.
the
Wow.
commitment on the call. And yeah, I would just focus all on real estate since like you already got your foot in the door,
Yeah.
easier for you to deliver. Just go ahead and start building out on after this next call. After you, what kind of questions are you gonna ask him?
So right now, I need
Mhm.
to understand how to actually get estimate to be accurate. So I'm gonna basically go through his own process of how is he, what data is he basing the estimates off of
Mhm.
for these homes based off of their like inputs of like it's like square foot, like address, year
Okay,
made, all
gotcha.
that.
So it's like technical questions.
Yeah,
Now
but
on
it is
the
something
first
that we
call,
do need. Yeah.
what did you guys talk about, or what kind of questions did you ask him? Was it also technical?
Not really. I actually did set that one up pretty nicely.
Okay.
Yeah, a long time ago when I first started, I was asking like technical stuff, but this one was really good. I'm gonna try to find it. Okay, so I actually have it right here, so I can go through. Yeah, it was a really good setup, I think. So pretty much first, I started with his actual business. Like, walk me through how you get business right now. Where do your clients come from? Which markets are you in? Do you have a website right now? Boom. And
Mhm.
then we go to the actual thing I'm building. So I was asking about that. Like, where do you want it to be?
Okay,
Someone
awesome.
gets an
Those are
estimate.
all the right questions. So, have you built out an ICP sheet from him, an ideal customer profile?
I'm actually working on that basically because I don't
Yeah,
have it yet. Yeah.
awesome. Dude,
Mhm.
here's the fastest way to do that is honestly take that call transcript
Yeah.
and take the next call transcript, throw it into AI like Gemini,
Mhm.
ChatGPT, or whatever.
Oh, you
And
mean like a context file for this like prospect on his own or like in
yeah,
general?
yeah.
Oh yeah, actually I did do that. Okay, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, because
Yeah,
then
yeah.
with that, you're gonna
Mhm.
use that to then find more clients just like him through LinkedIn, through
Yeah.
Apollo, get their emails, and start
Mhm.
building out a list of like 50, bro. We need like 50 to 100 because in order to start converting, cold leads,
Yeah.
you're gonna need volume,
Yeah.
right? And you told me in the last 30 days you got like 3 conversations. We need to up those numbers, and to
Mhm.
do that, you're gonna need volume. So if you have that list, great. Use that to start finding emails with Apollo or start finding them on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a pretty good place for real estate professionals and start sending messages, bro. Like send
Mhm.
like 50 in the next 2 weeks or challenge yourself even in 1 week. And
Yeah.
they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be super polished. Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Just start sending and you want to create a feedback loop as well. So batch them. Let's say you send 100 messages, right? But every 20 batches or every 10 to 20 batches, test out a different angle
Mhm.
or a certain angle. See if that gets responses. If one gets more responses than the other, double down on that one
Yeah.
and forget about the other one, right? This is A/B testing here.
Also, I like pretty much started social media and I'm kind of just like focusing all my like content and my approach on like this real estate. Like, do you think that's like a good idea? And like, what?
Absolutely. Now that you have this ICP sheet too, you can use that to
Mhm.
create content ideas. So
Yeah, that's
there's
what I
four types
did.
of content that you want to make. You want to make authority content, talk about what you know. Also, don't make it super polished. You don't have to edit it.
Okay.
Literally just grab your phone and start yapping. Like that's
Mm,
what's popping off
yeah,
right now. And
yeah, you're
it's good enough. So authority, authenticity, just your own normal sort
right.
of like takes or opinions. Even just you like just walking your dog and giving out a random
Yeah.
thought that's not necessarily about your niche. Authority, authentic, lifestyle, and then the last one is, why do I forget the last one? Authority, authentic, lifestyle. Might come back to me later, but
Mhm.
I'll send you some resources after this call as well to help you
Okay, cool.
with that. But yeah, and then make like two a day, 2 to 3 a day.
Yeah.
Like I said, just yap real, super simple. And just start testing that. But yeah, content. Also, like take the time to make like one YouTube video a week as well. Just super
Mm,
simple as well. Open up Loom, get a Loom subscription,
okay.
and open up Miro or Figma or Canva, and just like map out like how you help real estate agents with one specific problem, right?
Mhm.
You don't want to talk about like how
Well,
I build this system for real estate agents. No, it's like how I help you increase call bookings 15 to 20%, uh, recover 50K to 100K a year, whatever it is. You want to be very specific.
mm,
Specificity is a huge
oh,
psychological principle here, because it signals that you know what you're talking about, and it makes your
yeah.
clients look like or think that you are an expert or on
So,
authority to be trusted.
I actually, instead of YouTube, I kind of did that with Reels though. So
Mhm.
do you think I should just like take that? Cause like, and I can like give you my Instagram account if you want to take a look too. I kind of did those like videos with like actual like statistics, numbers, and like actual like data, like how we can solve it. But I put
Yeah,
it into like a 30-second like reel. So do you think I should like take those and like kind of push them over to YouTube with more effort into the actual like problem and how to solve it, and then the
yeah.
reels kind of just like yapping?
Yeah. So the
Mhm.
Reels Instagram in short form is good for just reaching a wide audience. So on
Mm,
there, you don't want to be like super technical and make a lot of in-depth
yeah.
breakdowns. You just want to like grab the attention of your target avatar, right? Which is these real
Yeah.
estate people, helping them with whatever it is, right? And then you just send them to the YouTube after that. So you get them with the short form, and then you start educating them and nurturing them with
Oh,
the YouTube. Make like 15-minute breakdowns, 10-minute breakdowns, whatever.
okay.
Yeah, where you can go in and start showing your expertise. Like this is how I help these type of people. And like you do that, bro, 30 to 90 days, you're gonna start getting more clients. Trust.
Okay.
Just put a Calendly link in the description, call it a strategy call, and then close them on the call.
And like,
Ask a
so,
couple
uh,
questions before they book a call,
yeah,
so that you qualify them. But then
yeah,
yeah, just straight to, you don't have to make a website, you don't have to make it super
yeah.
complicated. Just send them straight to a Calendly link.
And then, so like for these videos, like, how long should they be? How frequent do you think I should be uploading? Like, what do you think, I guess?
For YouTube, I mean 1 to 2 times a week is fine. Even once a week is fine if you don't have that much time. And they're long form videos, so you want to be a bit more in depth. I'd say anywhere from 10
Okay.
to 20 minutes, 10 to 25 minutes. Mhm. Yeah, look at what your competitors are doing. Find other people in the same niche offering the same thing, and build a list of like 5, 10 competitors, even some outside of your niche,
Yeah,
outside just automations, and
yeah,
start to see like what type of content that they make, the titles that they use.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but don't overthink this stuff. A lot of people think they need like crazy video editing. They
Hmm.
need to have like a huge portfolio of clients, past work. It's like you don't need none of that. You just need to
Uh,
start posting and showing that you do know what you're talking about, how you can help people. And that starts to build trust way
yeah.
before they hop on that call with you. and now they're already more likely to close on that call.
Yeah, I know, like for me, like I mean I struggled with it a lot like earlier on when I wasn't actually like working with clients and stuff and actually like providing them something.
Mhm.
But I know for this, since I haven't actually like provided the like what I know I can provide to
Mhm.
anyone yet in this like real estate space, I'm just I guess like not as confident as well as like I don't have like real statistics and like real like data to back like what I'm saying yet, but I just know that it's like doable.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like I guess like waiting on them
That's
almost.
all you need, bro. Because, waiting till you're an expert, it's like
Hmm.
you're never going to be an expert overnight or with even like 5, 10 clients, And so that's a limiting belief.
Yeah,
You
you're
just
right.
need to start making the content, and just show off what you already know. And
Yeah.
that the goal here is to build trust, right? If they don't know you at all, if they never heard you speak before, if they never seen your face
Mm.
before, it's going to be so much harder for them to trust you and want to hop on a call with you and then close and do business with you. But if they've, seen like 1, 2 of your videos, seen a couple of your short form videos, and they see like, wow, this kid, he's very passionate about this stuff. It looks like he knows what he's talking about. Remember, you're the technical guy. They aren't.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can blab about like all the technical stuff. To them, it goes one ear right out the other. So you don't have to even be an expert when it comes to technical stuff. You just got to be like,
Yeah.
I know I can help you with this sort of system.
That's
And yeah, that's going to build trust. And that's the goal because trust sells.
okay.
Yeah. So you also said you had trouble following up.
Yeah. So I know, yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of an issue right now. I'm not sure. Maybe they are just busy, like working with business owners. Possibly it's like a little bit of that, but I think I can just go about that a little better, like following up off of like a call
Mhm.
or even I know I called and I met like reached out to some more people that I know in real estate. One of
Mhm.
them I actually did get on a call and I
Okay.
was kind of just going over what I did for this guy. We're just chopping
Mhm.
it up. And he was kind of like going over like, yeah, like I'm kind of interested in that, like blah blah. Like I have these systems right now. And I can like already like I was asking some decent questions. And so I could already identify like how I would be able to help. I was like, bet like we should like hop on a call. Like what's like a time that works for you? Like I was like doing it on the call, like you said, but I didn't actually like set it in stone. He was like, oh,
Mhm.
probably like this Friday. So I was like, okay, boom. So like after the call, I waited like probably like the next day and I was like, yo, like what's a good time you want to do on Friday? And I'm aired. So like
Oof.
that's pretty normal, yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
then
you
the
should have
other
got the
one,
time on the call too. Like
yeah,
Friday, okay, Friday 3 p.m. or 5 p.m.
yeah.
We're
No,
usually
definitely gonna
5
do
p.m.
that.
is a little too late. Some good times that normally work is like 11
Hmm.
a.m. or 2 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody wants
And
to wake up
then
so early, and nobody wants to be on call at like 7 p.m.
yeah. And then yeah, this was kind of just me like reaching out, trying to get like some more people on calls. I reached out
Mhm.
to the other guy I know. I don't really know what he does exactly in real estate, but I
Mhm.
just texted him like, yo, like I met him before like a while ago. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, like I'm not sure you remember me, blah blah. I've been working on this. It was kind of a lengthy text. Maybe that's like too much, but I did have to like preface what I've like been working on, I guess, because he knows like I do this.
Mhm.
And then he kind of he texted back. He was like, "Yo, bro, like I'd be interested. Like, how you been? Blah blah." And then I texted him again, and then yeah, so like there's no response. So I'm probably like, I mean, that's probably just like normal. I guess you just have to do numbers. Like someone will
Mhm.
just hit, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
if your very first like message is super lengthy, for
Mm.
one, people like don't want to read all that, and two, you want to make sure that that first message, they're able to get some value out of it. So if you want to leverage your social proof and be like, hey, this is what I did for someone else. I helped them do X, Y, and Z. I'm wondering,
Mm.
like, are you seeing the same thing in your business? Like, you don't know. You got to act like you don't know. But because then that creates the frame where it's like, I got to see if I can help you.
Yeah.
Get back to me. He gets back to you. And then you can start to book that call because you can help, but you don't want
Hmm.
to like be salesy. You don't want to feel
Yeah.
like
No,
you're
definitely.
trying to sell him. So you want to be like, this is what I've done for this person. We've increased X metric.
Okay.
Um, let's hop on a quick call just to see if I can help you and learn more about your situation. See if we would be a good fit to for each other here.
Yeah, and I did that. So when I was on the other call that I was telling you with this new guy,
Yeah,
I pretty much prefaced it like that, like, oh,
yeah,
like, because I was like thinking of that too, like, okay, I have to start doing that, like, otherwise, like, yeah, it's gonna be salesy. But then in
yeah,
the end, like, obviously we didn't get the call, so I
yeah.
guess like just try to book like on the actual call. So
Yeah,
okay,
yep. Another thing you could also do is like show up with maybe like a document or a
yeah,
loom. You know, if this is like the very first touch,
hmm,
then you do want to, you don't want to seem like, you're trying to sell them, right? These guys are always getting calls.
yeah,
Even like they're probably always getting DMs too of people trying to do random stuff for them, build websites and stuff. So like if you show up with like a video, a Loom video, that catches their attention a lot better. Or a Google Doc, something valuable, something that they could take away and maybe
yeah,
implement themselves. But that opens up the conversation a lot easier. And it's more like, hey, like I want to help you out here. Like here's a thing that can help you out. But
yeah,
subtly, subconsciously, you're also saying that I can help you out even more.
yeah.
You know,
Okay, that's actually really good.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, you gotta narrow down your offer too. I know you were working with these two guys and you're kind of like half-assing. Now just go all in on your real estate guys. Start to build an offer template. You have that
Yeah,
ICP sheet, use that to create an offer template.
uh,
I help, niche solve expensive problem by
yeah,
mechanism. The results are boom, boom, and boom. But don't
yeah.
say AI. Try not to say AI
No,
because
definitely.
they don't care about that stuff. You just want to talk
Yeah,
about the
just the
results
outcome, right?
and
Yeah.
the outcome. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna like build like the actual like offer and like like
Mhm.
package or like
Yeah.
whatever, like you kind of wrap it up and like make it seem. I just don't have like the results yet. And so like what do you think for that? Like should I kind of just like because I know like what the results can be and just
Mhm.
like kind of work on it now for like so I can reach out more or like what do you think?
Yeah, you don't need results. Like if
Uh,
you know someone or some business has a certain problem and you
Yeah,
know how you can fix it, just talk about that.
yeah.
Just say
Okay.
this is how, I can fix this issue.
All right, yeah. Try to
But
think if I have, like anything.
what else is on your mind here before we close
Yeah,
this?
I think I had something, huh? I guess like I'm like when you so like for I did this call with the guy, kind of just like discovery. Like it was like a okay, like can I even help him? Like this and that.
Mhm.
I know, but he reached out to me kind of like, oh, can we like build this? Like basically. And so it was pretty like it was like super warm and stuff.
Mhm.
And then I basically like did the discovery, like I got all the information to see if I like actually could help. Like obviously I can. And then like after that, like it's like I'm building it out and stuff. And then I
Mhm.
sent him the proposal. He actually has like
Mhm.
the amount and like payment and stuff. And he's like so like he's like fine with it or whatever. He's like, yeah, like as long as this works, like this is nothing, like blah blah. And I'm just thinking like, okay, for someone that's not like so warm, like I don't know,
Mhm.
like how should I like really go about like when do I secure a payment? Because every time I like get a payment, it's always been
Yeah.
pretty far into like the build. And I
Yeah.
think maybe that possibly like hinders the process of like speed that I could be delivering. Cause then obviously I need information from them.
Yeah.
And if they're more committed, like they would obviously give it up faster. So like when like
Yeah.
what is your process
100%.
for that?
Yeah. I understand your question. So you always want to close the on that call. So when you have that first call with them to see if you can help, if you can help, you explain to them how, and
Mhm.
then you say, okay, so normally here's what I like to do. I like to do a price anchor, and then say it's less because yeah, I'll give you an example. So Jaden, based on what you're telling me here, I think I can actually help you here. So the way this program usually works is I'm going to help you find the right niche, package the offer, and actually understand how to get in front of your clients' faces, blah, 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 blah. So normally, because of the level of one-on-one work here
Yeah.
and all the support that we offer, the program is usually $2,997. But I found that working with clients who are able to make decisions on call are much more better to work with. So if you're ready to move forward on this call, we can get started for just let's say 997. Then shut up. Then don't say anything. Don't say anything after that. Wait for them to give you the yes. By this point, you should have already like cleared all of
Yeah,
them
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you collect on that call. You tell them, okay, so after payment goes through, the next steps are going to be setting up our next call where you're going to get all the information you need.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
That
I
first
see.
call is like you're trying to see if you can help them. And if you can, you close them. But then you want to set up the next call, which is you get all of your information in one call.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't break it up because
I
that's going to
see.
make it so much harder to deliver, you know. But yeah,
And
you
then,
close it on that first call.
oh, okay. So like the discovery call that I had with him that was going over my questions, like
Mhm.
that's the one. Like I should
Yes.
be closing on that call.
Yeah, yeah. And
Uh,
also
uh-huh,
the questions you're trying to ask, some are about business, right?
uh-huh.
And seeing if like you're able to work with them. But
Yeah.
two, you're also this is an emotional purchase as well. You know, for him, for you to start charging like 1K, 3K for these
Yeah.
builds, it's not a logical decision. Human beings make big decisions with emotions, right? Like building or buying a house. The realtor has to sell them on, hey, the kids are gonna have, Thanksgiving over here and they're gonna play in the yard, with 4th of July here and the family's gonna be here. Like you got to paint that picture of what it's like to have all their problems solved and to
Yeah.
be where they want to be, making the money that they want to make. So those are the questions you also want to ask. I can send over a good framework to help you.
Yeah,
Um,
please.
but yeah, so because by that point, they're gonna be like, oh man, like if I work with this guy, he's gonna help
Yeah.
me. I'm not gonna be stressing out about this. I'm gonna spend less time on this and more time on doing this. You know,
Mhm.
yeah. So tell me, how much is it? Then you're gonna tell them a high price, and then you're gonna drop it down to the actual price.
Okay. So not only like bit like their systems, their business, and like the technicalities of what we're providing, but also like kind of the emotional like aspect of it. Like what's
Yeah,
this gonna really do for you?
yeah, yeah.
Like
What does
this
this
and that.
unlock for you?
Yeah.
Why not just keep doing this the way things you're doing it right now? All that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'll send you good questions for that. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, sending proposals typically is like it's more friction, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Because
really?
now they're sitting on their
Uh,
computers and they're looking at first of all they're looking at like a bunch of technical stuff and then they
yeah.
see the price and to them it's like
Oh,
a cost, right? This build is a
wow.
cost, but they're not thinking like not having this system is costing me even more. So
Yeah.
that's what that first call does. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me,
That's actually really good. Yeah.
I've sent proposals and I've gotten bro, I've gotten like not ghosted, but like guys
Yeah.
just stalling forever, and that makes closing so hard. So, now I
Wow.
just rather close on that very first call. Sometimes the second one, like
Yeah, I was gonna
if
say like, okay, if you don't close on the first one, like, how would you go about it? Like, because I'm sure you can still like be able to do something, or like, what do you think?
if I mean if the scope of work is like outside of what you're used to, like if it would be like a complicated build or you got to do a bit more research on how to execute and you're unsure of it, then you can be like, okay, so I'm gonna get back to you. Yeah, you gotta like set it up. You can say like, I forgot what I said to this one
Oh,
client.
I guess I mean like if you like didn't close them on the first call, like if they didn't like if they were not like willing to pay like right there and then, like how do
Mm.
you go about that? Like, what do you think?
Well, first of all, why is it that they didn't close, right? So
Mhm.
your job on that call is before you pitch, you want to eliminate all the objections,
Yeah.
right? You want to ask them first, like when you start the conversation, like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, before we get started, does anyone else have to be on this call in order for you to make a decision? Sometimes you get oh, I got to talk to my wife type of objection. If he says no,
Mhm.
it's just me. Okay, awesome. Then your questions are
Yeah.
also going to handle some objections. Like before you give the price, you want to ask like, all right, so I believe I can help you. Here's how I'm going to do it. Boom, boom, boom. How confident are you in this process helping you, close more deals or blah, 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 whatever the outcome is. He's going to be like, I guess it's a 8. You're going to be like, okay, well, what would make that a 10? He's
Yeah.
going to give you what's holding him back, a little doubt. And then you're going to crush that doubt. And then you're going to
So
be
I
like,
guess
okay,
like, mhm.
yeah. And then you're going to be
So this
like,
is
okay,
yeah.
well, so now you're confident in the process. Are you confident in me and getting you there? If he says
Mhm.
like, a 9, also be like, okay, what would make that a 10? And if he gives you a 10, ask him why isn't it a 9? because now you're making them think a bit more. He's like, oh, well, it's not a 9 because it seems like you really know what you're talking about. And,
And they're selling themselves. So
exactly.
like I guess it's like this is kind of like sales and stuff. And like, did
It's
you
all
like so like how did you like? Because obviously like this is like a whole separate skill essentially. And I guess like this is kind of like at the point where I'm at where I need to like start understanding this more.
Mhm.
And so like how do you like where did you go for like learning all that and like
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now you've unlocked the truth. It's not
yeah
about the technical skills. It's
yeah
all
exactly
comes down to sales.
yeah
You can sell a pen. This is the
yeah
cap of a pen if you're a good salesman. So I am not a salesy person. Honestly,
mhm,
I'm an introvert. I like to deal
yeah
with
same
technical stuff.
yeah
But it's going to be two things. It's going to be practice and feedback. Now, before in the olden days, you would have to take a call, review it, see what you did wrong, and try again next time. Now, there's this awesome thing called AI. So, there's two ways to go about this. There's one tool that I specifically use. You want to write this down?
yeah
It's called Kendo AI. Kendo.
okay
So this is like an AI sales role-playing software. So you
mhm,
can take that ICP sheet that you have
mhm,
and feed it into Kendo. It'll create a real estate AI client, and you
mhm.
can just role play calls like you and I are doing right now.
Wow
Yeah, you can just do that. You can handle common objections. You can get
yeah
comfortable doing these calls, asking discovery questions. And then that software is nice because it's going to give you feedback, what you did right, what you did wrong, and how you can improve. And then you just do that over and over. And
wow
review your past calls too. Like
yeah
actually listen to them,
yeah
and see what you did wrong. You can upload those transcripts into Kendo
yeah
and it'll rate it and it'll give you feedback. But that's the secret. And now if you don't really
okay
want to pay the subscription, it's only like $50 a month. It's really like nothing.
mhm,
It's like 50 or 60. You
yeah
can also do the same thing with ChatGPT, but you're just gonna pull the
no I see
transcript and throw it in there and ask for a
yeah
review. It's really worth it to have a Kendo. Trust me,
okay
I'm not like a sales guy. You might think I
mhm,
am, but it just comes down to like practice and feedback.
yeah okay
Yeah.
dang I mean this is all just good so I don't think I
Awesome,
have
bro.
anything else I don't know if you can like think of anything for
I mean, the main thing you got to do next is like just go all in on this one niche, on this
yeah
one problem,
mhm,
this one person, and start building a list. Build a list of like 50 to 100 of these clients, these prospects, and start reaching out to them. Right? Make it a
okay
goal to hit like 50 messages, in this week coming up.
mhm,
That's the only way you're gonna get better. You
yeah
got to test responses. You got to see what actually gets, messages opened. It's all like a feedback loop. And if you're not doing enough volume,
mhm,
you'll never have the data to know what works and what doesn't work. And
yeah
it's all just numbers, data, and that's how you're going to close more.
okay
Awesome, dude.
yeah
I hope you were able to get a lot of value out of this short call.
yeah I definitely was
Okay, man. So I'm about to wrap this up. If you
mhm,
don't mind, bro, I'm gonna send you a link so you can just throw us like a quick testimony in there. If be honest, like if I helped you,
yeah
or whatever you got out of it. Does that sound cool?
yeah
Okay, cool. Let me send that real quick right now through this chat.
thanks
Yeah,
and
you
then
can see.
also you said I'll get like some resources like a
Yeah,
call to,
yeah.
like a
I'm gonna
framework
send over some content stuff
okay
and what's the word? And the diagnostic call framework that we use.
okay
Yeah, so that approach makes it really easy to hop on these calls, especially if you're
mhm,
not like a salesy person.
yeah
We approach it like a doctor, not like a like another salesperson.
I see
All right, so I'm sending this in here. Let me know if you can see that.
yeah I got it
Yeah, if you could shoot us a good, honest review of how we helped you, that would be awesome. Video preferably, but you don't have to. It's all up to you.
okay yeah I'll do that for sure
All right, my guy. Appreciate you hopping on call, Jaden.
yeah thank you
All right, man. I'll see you soon, and I'll email those resources soon.
got it thank you all right see you